Hey warrior, how are you? I hope everything in your life is going well, and if not, then it's okay. Don't worry about that too much, because when you struggle, you feel little pain, and that is normal. Today is something special for you, so grab your favorite blanket or whatever and get comfortable. Let's begin. Close your eyes, let the day melt away. Forget for a moment the noise, the rush, the endless list of things you didn't do, the people who didn't understand, the dreams that still wait. Right now, in this quiet, it's just you and me. And I want to speak to the part of you that's tired of pretending, because life isn't easy. You've been told to stay positive, to keep going, to never give up. But no one ever told you what to do when your mind turns against you, when your confidence cracks, when the very thing you're fighting for starts to feel meaningless. Napoleon Hill once said, "Every adversity carries with it the seed of an equal or greater benefit." But what he didn't say is that when you're standing in the middle of the storm, it doesn't feel like a lesson. It feels like you're breaking. It feels like life is watching to see how much you can take before you finally fall. And that's where most people quit. Not because they're weak, but because they get tired of fighting battles no one claps for. The truth is, most of your victories will happen in silence. No one will see when you drag yourself out of bed after another sleepless night. No one will applaud when you swallow your pain and show up anyway. And no one will understand the weight you carry behind your calm smile. But Hill believed in something deeper, something few people grasp. He said that the mind becomes the master when the man refuses to surrender. And that power doesn't come from noise or recognition. It's born in those dark, quiet hours when your spirit whispers, "Try again." You see, success isn't built on moments of glory. It's forged in moments of doubt, the ones you survive alone. And that's what I want to talk to you about tonight. Not success as the world defines it, but resilience, the invisible muscle that carries you through chaos. Because the hardest battles are never fought in the world. They're fought in the mind. Right now, as you lie there, maybe your heart feels heavy. Maybe you've given so much of yourself that you feel hollow. Maybe you're haunted by questions you never say out loud. Am I enough? Will it ever work out? Why do I keep trying when nothing seems to change? I know that feeling. Hill knew it too. He studied it, lived through it, and turned it into philosophy. He realized that people fail not because they lack potential, but because they surrender to invisible enemies: fear, doubt, hesitation, distraction, despair. These aren't outside forces. They live within you. And the battle against them is the greatest war you'll ever fight. But here's the truth most people never realize. You don't win that war by fighting harder. You win it by mastering yourself. Hill once wrote, "Self-discipline begins with the mastery of your thoughts. If you do not control your thoughts, you cannot control your needs." And that's the quiet secret of the human mind. Whatever you repeat long enough becomes your reality. If you tell yourself you're tired, you'll feel exhausted. If you tell yourself it's hopeless, your mind will start to shut down possibilities. But if you whisper even softly, "This pain will pass. I'm not done yet," something inside you begins to shift. You start to see that you've survived every dark day you thought you couldn't. And that means you're far stronger than you believe. But the world doesn't reward silence. It rewards noise. It glorifies the loud, the confident, the already successful. So when you're in the shadows building yourself, it can feel like you're invisible, like your effort means nothing. But that's where Hill's psychology becomes gold. He said one of the most common causes of failure is the habit of quitting when one is overtaken by temporary defeat. Temporary defeat, not failure, not the end, just a pause. A test, a recalibration of your soul. So if you're listening to this tonight, tired, frustrated, unsure where life is taking you, know this. The universe has not abandoned you. It is testing your capacity to desire what you say you want. Because you don't truly know your purpose until life tries to strip it away. You don't know your strength until you've been broken. And you don't know your truth until You've faced your fears and still chosen to move forward. Every human being fights silent battles. Some fight anxiety, some fight rejection, some fight the haunting echo of past mistakes. But all of them, you included, are fighting to keep their fire alive. And here's where psychology meets spirit. Your subconscious listens to everything you say, everything you think. Every word you feed it becomes a command. So if you keep saying, "I can't," your mind will make sure you're right. But if you say, "I can," even if it takes time, even if it hurts, then something begins to rewire deep within you. Hill didn't just teach success. He taught self-programming. He taught that your thoughts are the architects of your destiny, and that persistence, not talent, not education, persistence, is the force that separates winners from the forgotten. You've heard the world tell you to trust the process, but no one tells you that the process often feels like punishment. It will strip away your comfort. It will test your patience. It will make you doubt your worth. And only when you've reached the edge of breaking, only when you've walked through your personal hell, does the door begin to open. Because the truth is, transformation isn't comfortable. It's lonely, it's quiet, it's painful, but it's real. And if you endure it, if you stay when others leave, believe when others doubt, and rise when no one's watching, you will become something rare, someone unshakable. The world doesn't need more people chasing trends. It needs more people who've faced themselves and survived. So if you're struggling tonight, don't fight the pain. Listen to it. Ask it what it's trying to teach you. Ask it what part of you needs to grow. Pain is never random. It's your mind and soul trying to realign you. Every struggle has meaning if you choose to give it meaning. That's what Hill meant when he said, "Every adversity carries within it the seed of an equal or greater benefit." The benefit isn't comfort, it's clarity. The ability to see who you are without the masks, without the noise, without the world's expectations. And once you know that version of yourself, the raw, unfiltered one, you become dangerous in the best way, because you no longer fear loss. You no longer beg for validation. You move from needing approval to living your truth. And that's freedom. That's real success. Now, take another slow breath. Inhale the quiet, exhale the noise, and repeat after me in your mind, "I'm not broken, I'm becoming." That's the secret people forget. Becoming looks like breaking when you're inside it. Growth feels like chaos before it turns into strength. And failure is just feedback dressed in pain. You are not behind. You are in progress. You see, Napoleon Hill studied hundreds of the most successful men of his time, and he found something they all had in common. Not intelligence, not privilege, but obsession. They were obsessed with purpose. They woke up thinking about it. They went to bed dreaming about it. They sacrificed comfort for meaning. That's what desire does when it matures. It becomes discipline. It becomes a quiet force that doesn't need motivation. And that's where you are right now, on the edge between who you were and who you're becoming. So don't rush. Don't compare. Don't look sideways at someone else's path. Your timeline isn't late. Your journey isn't wrong. The fire you carry will take longer to light because it burns longer when it finally does. And when it does, when your time comes, the same people who overlooked you will ask how you did it. You'll smile and you won't explain. Because they won't understand the nights you bled in silence, the battles you fought with your own mind, or the discipline it took to keep showing up. You'll just know that everything, every heartbreak, every delay, every dark night was preparation. So rest tonight knowing this. You're not losing, you're learning. You're not stuck, you're strengthening. You're not failing, you're being refined. This isn't the end. It's the silent chapter before your rise. Now close your eyes deeper. Let these words sink into your subconscious, because while you sleep, your mind is rebuilding. It's healing. It's preparing you for what's next. You are not ordinary. You were never meant to live a small, quiet life of doubt and regret. There is greatness woven into your DNA. You just forgot it under the weight of life. But tonight you remember. You remember who you are. You remember why you began. You remember that every challenge is shaping the version of you that the future will depend on. And that, my friend, is power. So sleep peacefully tonight, not as someone running from the storm, but as someone becoming the storm. Because when you wake tomorrow, you won't just face your battles, you'll lead them, and the world will begin to bend to the power of your persistence. Take another slow breath, in through your nose, out through your mouth. Let the weight slide from your chest. Let the tension leave your jaw. And for a moment, just exist. No pretending, no performing, just being, because the next part of this journey isn't about fighting harder. It's about learning how to endure. You see, anyone can be strong for a day. Anyone can be brave when things are working. But the real power, the power Hill wrote about, is the quiet endurance that keeps moving even when every reason to quit feels justified. That's where true strength is born, not in motivation but in mastery. And mastery begins when you learn the hidden law of emotional control. Napoleon Hill said, "Control your own mind and you may control your destiny." But what he really meant is that emotions are the steering wheel of your soul. If you lose control of them, you lose direction. Think about it. How many times have you made a decision, not because it was right, but because you were tired, angry, lonely, or afraid? How many dreams have died, not from failure, but from frustration? The truth is, most people don't fail because of the obstacle. They fail because of their reaction to it. The moment they feel doubt, they stop believing. The moment they face rejection, they stop trying. The moment someone misunderstands them, they start shrinking. But Hill understood something ancient. That emotion is energy. And energy, when mastered, becomes power. That's why endurance isn't about waiting. It's about holding steady while your emotions storm inside you. It's about watching fear rise in your chest and saying, "Not today." It's about seeing uncertainty and still moving forward. It's the art of walking through fire without letting the fire define you. Now let's be honest, that's not easy. The mind is noisy. It resists silence because silence reveals the truth. And the truth is, you've been running from parts of yourself that are still waiting to be healed. The anger, the regret, the self-doubt that hides behind your productivity. All of it lives in the corners of your subconscious. And every time life pushes you, it's not punishing you. It's calling those hidden parts to the surface. Hill wrote, "When defeat comes, accept it as a signal that your plans are not sound. Rebuild those plans and set sail once more toward your coveted goal." That line, if you truly understand it, isn't about failure at all. It's about adaptation. The universe never says no. It says not yet, and not this way. But the impatient mind doesn't want to hear that. It wants results now. It wants certainty. And when it doesn't get them, it begins to doubt itself. That's when emotional control becomes your weapon. The ability to remain calm when everything feels uncertain isn't weakness. It's spiritual power. It's the quiet authority that tells life, "You can shake me, but you will not break me." Because you understand something deeper. You don't grow from control. You grow from surrender. Not surrendering to defeat, but to the process, to the law of time, to the unfolding rhythm of your own evolution. See, endurance isn't passive. It's not waiting for life to fix itself. It's holding your ground while you rebuild from within. It's what Hill called persistence of purpose. He said, "There is no substitute for persistence. The person who makes persistence his watchword discovers that old man, failure finally becomes tired and makes his departure." Read that again in your soul. Failure gets tired when you refuse to quit. That's endurance, not shouting. But the impatient mind doesn't want to hear that. It wants results now. It wants certainty. And when it doesn't get them, it begins to doubt itself. That's when emotional control becomes your weapon. The ability to remain calm when everything feels uncertain isn't weakness. It's spiritual power. It's the quiet authority that tells life, "You can shake me, but you will not break me." Because you understand something deeper. You don't grow from control. You grow from surrender. Not surrendering to defeat, but to the process, to the law of time, to the unfolding rhythm of your own evolution. See, endurance isn't passive. It's not waiting for life to fix itself. It's holding your ground while you rebuild from within. It's what Hill called persistence of purpose. He said, "There is no substitute for persistence. The person who makes persistence his watchword discovers that old man. Failure finally becomes tired and makes his departure." Read that again in your soul. Failure gets tired when you refuse to quit. That's endurance. Not shouting, not proving, just quietly outlasting your obstacles. So if you've been walking through uncertainty, if you've been waiting for things to make sense again, I want you to understand. This moment is not wasted. Every delay has purpose. Every silence has weight. Every unanswered prayer has timing. You are being taught patience through discomfort, discipline through loneliness, and strength through surrender. And when you master those lessons, you become unshakable. Because endurance builds one thing the world cannot imitate: emotional balance. Let's talk about that. In Hill's philosophy, emotional balance was the foundation of power. He said that a calm mind is like a magnet for opportunity. It attracts clarity, ideas, and direction. But a restless mind, a mind ruled by emotion, repels all that. So how do you quiet the noise? You begin by observing your thoughts, not obeying them. When the thought says, "You're not good enough," you don't fight it. You watch it. You say, "Interesting. That's a voice I used to believe." And just like that, it loses its grip. Because the secret of control is not suppression. It's awareness. Once you become aware, the emotion no longer controls you. You are the observer, not the prisoner. That's what Hill meant when he said, "The subconscious mind makes no distinction between constructive and destructive thought impulses. It works with what you feed it, so feed it consciously." When you feel fear, feed it faith. When you feel anger, feed it understanding. When you feel doubt, feed it vision. And watch how your energy begins to shift. You start responding to life instead of reacting to it. You start moving with grace instead of panic. And slowly, beautifully, you reclaim control. Because here's a dark truth most people run from. You cannot escape suffering, but you can choose how you suffer. You can suffer as a victim, or as a sculptor shaping yourself through pain. The first weakens you. The second awakens you. Endurance is not resistance. It's intelligent suffering, the kind that transforms pain into purpose. And when you finally reach that stage, you stop asking, "Why me?" and start saying, "Try me." You stop blaming others and begin refining yourself. And that's when life begins to move. That's when doors open, because energy follows mastery. Now, I want you to imagine something. Picture yourself standing in the middle of a storm. The rain is falling hard. The wind is pushing against you. But you're standing still, eyes closed, chest forward, unmoved. The storm isn't punishing you. It's polishing you. It's removing everything that doesn't belong to your higher self. Every fear that leaves you is replaced by courage. Every doubt that dissolves creates space for faith. And every tear that falls waters the soil of your future strength. You are not falling apart. You are shedding. That's endurance. The art of staying whole while you let go of what no longer fits. Now, let's talk about another hidden layer: detachment. Hill never used the word detachment as the philosophers do, but his principle of definiteness of purpose hides a quiet paradox. You must desire something intensely, but not become desperate for it. Desire moves you. Desperation destroys you. When you become desperate, you tighten your energy. You repel the very thing you want. But when you are calm, clear, and certain, the universe begins to rearrange itself around you. Hill called this faith applied through action. He said, when faith is blended with thought, The subconscious mind instantly picks up the vibration, translates it into its spiritual equivalent, and transmits it to infinite intelligence. Which means, when you believe without anxiety, your desire begins to manifest. But belief without control is chaos. That's why emotional detachment is sacred. You give your best effort. You pour your heart into your dream. And then you release the need to control the outcome. Because faith means trusting the invisible timeline. Faith means saying, even if it takes time, I will remain. And that is endurance in its purest form. Now, I want to tell you something personal. Something Hill hinted at but rarely said aloud. Behind every great success story, there's a season of silence, where nothing makes sense and everything seems to go wrong. That season is the crucible. It burns away the weak parts of you. It leaves only the truth. And that truth is this: you were built to handle more than you think. You were designed to outlast chaos. The proof? You're still here. You've survived every breakdown, every heartbreak, every false start. You've faced storms that others didn't even see. And yet, here you are, listening, healing, becoming. That's not luck. That's endurance. Hill once said, the majority of people are ready to throw their aims and purposes overboard and give up at the first sign of opposition or misfortune. Few carry on despite all opposition until they attain their goal. You, listening right now, are part of that few, because you're still fighting your silent war, still choosing to rise when it would be easier to surrender. And that makes you powerful beyond measure. So tonight, as you drift towards sleep, let these words echo in your subconscious. I will master my emotions. I will endure the process. I will not surrender to temporary pain. Say it softly in your mind, over and over, until it becomes a rhythm. Because while your body sleeps, your mind will continue to program itself with whatever you believe. And the more you believe in endurance, the stronger you become. Remember, emotional mastery isn't about never feeling. It's about never being owned by what you feel. Pain will visit, fear will knock, but you are the gatekeeper now. You decide what enters, you decide what stays, and that is the hidden psychology of resilience. Now rest. Let your breath slow. Let your body sink deeper, and know that every quiet second you endure is shaping the foundation of a life you cannot yet see. You are not lost. You are learning the language of strength. And tomorrow, when you rise, you will carry a calm that others mistake for mystery. But you'll know it's just mastery. The mastery of your emotions. The quiet victory of the soul. Sleep now, warrior. You've earned this peace.